Good boy. I know, almost. Anyway, oh, there's a piece of the fish on the seat, right? So he keeps wanting to get on the floorboard, so what I did was I put a bunch of stuff on the floorboard so that he can't use the floorboard and he has to still jump all the way up onto the seat. But he was having trouble with that. He was really stuck. He couldn't quite get it. So what we did was we closed the car up. Now we walked back toward the gate, and we're going to start all over from a point where we have had success before, which is first approaching the car. Okay, ready, Moku? Come on, let's go. Okay, come. Come, Moku. Oh, no, you outsmarted me that time. No, you can't go in that way because you're going to use the floorboard. Come on. So, Moku is helping me today. This counts toward both his physical and social fitness. So, I am pet sitting at a house with 3 dogs that live there and then 1 foster dog. This is the foster dog. This is Ranger. He's quite comfortable now in the foster home, although it took him a long time to be comfortable there, but that's pretty much his little world that he's comfortable in. So when Moku came into the house today, that was a breach of his safety bubble, and he, anytime Moku got a little too close to him, growled and wasn't real happy about it. So the best thing about Moku, or a dog like Moku, is that he has no reactivity whatsoever. So dogs that are reactive toward him, have any sort of fear or anxiety or whatever, he won't react back to them. Therefore, if he was reactive too, there could be a fight, but that's not the case. He's just a big, sweet, mellow, even-keeled guy. And so what we're doing is we're taking the 2 of these guys for a walk. He's definitely moving right along a little bit better now that we're on our second time around the block. And the next thing I'm going to do is walk them together on the same side, because if I see how he doesn't want him to go any closer to Moku, but as he becomes comfortable with Moku away from him at this distance, then we'll start closing that gap a little bit more. So we're not ignoring it, we're facing your discomfort, but we're doing so in such a way that is supportive to your needs and your feelings, rather than just simply trying to correct him out of the behavior of reacting, because he's reacting for a reason. There's an emotion behind that growly reactiveness. So I'm not just going to say no and yank on his leash and tell him to not do that, because he's not doing that because he's trying to be dominant or because he wants to do that. He's afraid. So I would want to give him some confidence in the situation so that he doesn't feel the need to react that way. So now Moku's getting tired. So this scenario is actually pretty good. See, now they're walking on the same side. Ranger's not 100% excited about it, but he's also not tucking his tail. He's not reactive. Good boy. And Moku's getting tired, which means he's losing a little bit of his steam, which makes Ranger feel a little less overwhelmed. Here, bud. Stand on that side. Come on. Attaboy. Good job. Come on. And then one last step before we go inside is that I've got a fish treat here. I'm going to break it in half since these are just super. Actually, I'll just give Ranger a little bite and I'll give Moku this bigger piece. Here we go, Ranger. I want him to. There you go. I want him to come. Attaboy, here. Go. So see, he wants the treat, but he's sort of being defiant about being this close to Moku, or he's like, I don't want the treat badly enough. So I'm just going to hold it right here. I'm not going to put it right by Moku's face and make him get right up in Moku's face, but I'm just going to, while we're all sitting here, we're all present together, he's not growling, he's not running away. Well, he kind of is. Nope. I'm not going to let him run away. I'm going to put the treat right there. But Moku has to leave it, see? So this is a good practice for Moku as well. So for Moku, it's a practice in self-control and not eating that piece of fish. And for Ranger, come here, Ranger. I'm just going to go ahead and give him a little bite. Oh, that's so tasty. Oops. There you go. And now he just heard his friends inside, so he's a little bit... Good boy. The idea here really is just a good boy, is to get him, here, you can lick the fingers, to get Ranger comfortable again in Moku's presence. And right now we're not moving, so this is a different scenario than when we're actually walking. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Ranger. Yeah, good boy. See, there's nothing to be afraid of. When we're walking or moving, it's a bit of a different situation because he can move away. But right now, I'm working on an exercise where they're actually, you know, here together in the same space, and I want him to associate that with calm and also with deliciousness, fishiness. So now we're gonna go inside the house, and I think we should see a big difference in Ranger's behavior toward Moku. And now here we all are playing together out in the yard. Moku Bear, did you make friends? Did you make friends with Ranger? Good boy, Ranger. Good boy, look at that tail. Good boy. Now, so what I'm doing is I'm going to keep petting him and keep giving him the attention he wants. As Moku gets closer, it's the same idea as, you know, giving him the fish in Moku's presence. I'm giving him attention in Moku's presence. And see, he's licking his lips a little bit, kind of looking away. That's a calming signal, meaning he's communicating that he's not super duper comfortable, but he's just come back for more petting, coming closer to me. So see, those are acceptable ways of handling his, you know, his nervousness as opposed to growling when Moku comes near. So he's learning that, okay, well, I don't have to be super duper comfortable, but as long as I stick around and I handle my challenge, you know, in a better way than the growling, then I get all this attention while Moku is nearby. So okay, I'm catching the aftermath of this. So we're getting in the car to leave to head back home, and just like we did this morning, we had a huge issue just of him just getting in the car. Like it took literally like 10 minutes for him to get in the car. So I'm counting this as his cognitive exercise for the day, because he really had to figure out that he could not get in using this space. And it wasn't a physical thing, because once he figured it out, he easily, even without getting a running start, he just hopped right into the car. He had his front paws up on the seat and just hoisted himself right up, and it wasn't difficult. It was just that he had it stuck in his mind that he had to get here first and then up onto the seat. Good boy. No, just stay there unless you want to try again for the camera, but I don't think so. But anyway, that took a lot of work, and I'm bummed that I didn't actually have the camera out when he managed to get up into the seat. But he did it, and we'll keep working on it. This is kind of an ongoing challenge, and it's a challenge for both of us, because I have to figure out how I can better support him while he's doing his work of figuring this stuff out. So we are figuring things out together, huh, buddy? And now we're about to go home.